updates are the government is revising the curfew hours, which will start tomorrow, 8th of September, at 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. The 5 a.m. 5 a.m. the following day until the 23rd of September 2020. Gathering limits are reduced from 20 persons to 15 persons, and that takes effect tomorrow as well, to the 22nd of September. The stay-at-home orders for persons 75 years and older, that has been revised to 70 years. The age has been brought down. And here I must emphasize that this age group, just by virtue of the statistic, seem to be the most vulnerable, particularly if they have comorbidities, and we would advise them to exercise great caution. We exercise our young people as well to be sensitive that even though many of them may be asymptomatic, some of them show absolutely no signs that they have the virus. They should be very careful how they interact with our elders. We are encouraging work from home. We are asking businesses to make that a priority. The number of persons traveling in public transportation should be one, and that is for a taxi, should be one less than the licensed amount. And of course, if you are in public transportation, wear your mask, wind down your windows, sanitize your hands regularly. Funerals are still allowed, obviously. Not funerals rather, but burials are still allowed. Funerals continue to be prohibited, and parties and the like, those are prohibited until the 22nd of September, when we will make new announcements regarding that. Funerals, as I said, those are prohibited, but burials continue at 15 persons, 10 of whom are mourners, 5 are the officiating clergy and the attendants at the graveside. Normal church services are allowed to continue, providing, of course, they follow the protocols, but we are re-emphasizing that there should be no more than 15 persons gathered in the churchyard. And in fact, we are encouraging people that as the service is over, they should make their way home. The main point of this press conference is that, yes, we now have community transmission. And what that means is that it's difficult to trace the cause of the source of the infection to any particular person. And therefore, you should consider that the virus is generally in the environment, and if you interact with persons, the safest approach is to assume that everyone has the virus, and therefore you should take the necessary precautions, wearing your mask, hand sanitizing, maintaining your social distance. If you're ill, stay home, and all the other measures that have been put in place. We urge persons to observe the quarantine orders. Those who are coming into the island from overseas, if you have been served with a quarantine order, please respect that order and stay home for the 14 days. There are great fears that the country is going to go into a lockdown. A lockdown is not off the books, obviously, if there is a case where we consider it necessary, if there was a rise well outside of what we had anticipated, then that might very well be the case. But we are operating in a situation where, based upon our original projections, these are things that we expect that would happen. And therefore, the appropriate response would not be a lockdown, certainly not at this time. Nevertheless, we have implemented tighter measures, and these tighter measures are designed to slow the spread, to bring it back under control, effectively flatten the curve. It will take some time to have that done. But it will work, and it will work even faster if every single Jamaican practices the protocols that we have put in place, and every single Jamaican takes personal responsibility for their safety. It is a trade-off. If people don't take personal responsibility, then the government has to implement measures. These measures have the effect of controlling movement. And the control of movement has a devastating impact on the economy. And that devastating impact on the economy really could make it even more difficult for you to be personally responsible. So that is the connection. So it starts with the citizen, the individual, being personally responsible, and the government being measured, so that we can protect your life, ensure your safety, and at the same time preserve your livelihoods. We all have to learn to live with the COVID-19 pandemic until there is a vaccine, which could be a year and a half to 2 years. So I guess at the end of this press conference, what you should take away is the need for your personal responsibility. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. May I join with the rest of Jamaica in congratulating you and the ministers who were sworn in today. The Deputy Prime Minister, newly sworn in, the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang has also been here. Of course, the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton. Thank you all for joining us today. We will see you again at another point when we have another briefing. Good night.